whereabouts are you? You said you're in you're not too far from Footscray. Oh, you're in
Pascoe
Essendon. Oh, Pascoe. Yeah, good part of the world. Yeah,
I just
very good.
moved into. I was sharing an office with the guy that owns the cleaning group up in Broadmeadows.
Yep.
And staff kept growing, but the building wasn't growing, so we were kind of running out of room.
Right.
And my team, we've got my team, but a couple of them work from home. So at the moment, it's just been Sharon at the office. We are looking for somebody else.
Yep.
We currently look after 160 cleaning franchisees between Melbourne and Adelaide.
Gee.
Majority in Melbourne.
Yep.
And we've just started off laundry service, mobile laundry service.
And that's the one we're looking at,
that's
right?
the one we want to concentrate on. We want to get it up and running off the ground. We're trying to do bits and pieces, but we're probably not hitting it on the mark sort of thing, and we just needed a little bit of help.
Yeah.
We have got some advice from the organisation that's looking after the cleaning group, but we kind of want to go our separate way and just probably get a fresh voice to see what we can do. And as we were speaking to Wes, who did our website, he's kind of referred you and said, look, this is the guy that you need to speak to, and hence why we're here.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And I'm we're sort of friends of the gyms group to a degree. So Joel Kleber, who you may know, who does a bit of the digital stuff for gyms.
I was with Joel yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, so Joel's a good guy, and Jim clearly rates Joel pretty highly. So I guess no, it's good because realistically, I'm really pleased to speak to you because what we do and what the gyms group do, they're doing a more traditional sort of top-down approach. In terms of a lot of their, even on a social media type perspective, whereas, and that could work a little bit for Google. It's not too bad on Google, but the other social media is not so much. Whereas we kind of tend to work from the local cleaner to the franchise group to the brand sort of thing. So we work from the bottom up in terms of our local area social media marketing rather than the brand down, if that makes sense. So,
sure.
So yeah, look, good to meet you and nice of Wes to, although, it's not ideal circumstances, whenever there's a problem, but I think marketers generally say, look, if there's a problem, we can fix it. Great. That's what we'll aim to do, eh?
Sure.
So do you want to try and share your screen from your end, and then let's have a look at what you're getting in the first place? Are you able to do that? So at the bottom of
yeah, I can. Well, Bill will have to do it. Well, I'll have to jump into where Bill is.
Yep.
But I was thinking, okay, I've got because I'm using Bill's computer, and all of my stuff is over on my side of the computer. Because I'm thinking,
do you want to go? You can join this meeting from your. Do you want to join this meeting from your computer?
Yeah. And then then Bill will come over to my side.
Well, you could Bill can stay on. He can enjoy the show if you.
Hang on.
Set it up.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet, and that way, because it is a.
You might have to turn your speakers down a little bit.
Yeah, Bill might just have to put if Bill turns his audio off, and your side, Bill, down the bottom, where if you just turn the mic off, we'll still be able to hear you, and you should still be able. Oh, actually, you'll still be able to hear me too. Yeah, you're already on, Sharon. I can see you already.
Yeah. Okay. That's going to get annoying, Bill. You're going to have to come over here, eh?
No, I reckon, Bill, down the bottom of your screen, if you go and there's the mic, if you just mute your mic, we should be all good. Yeah, let's try that now. Yeah, see, that's all good, I think. I don't know. It's good at my end anyway. And we might get that. I can hear there's that little bit of feedback. Probably.
Yeah, turn that off, Bill.
I don't know if Bill actually can. It might not be that easy for Bill to turn it off. I reckon it's actually coming through on. What about if we try the other way? I'm going to mute you, Sharon. And I'll turn Bill mic, maybe Bill, you turn your mic. Actually, well, that's stopped now, actually. So, rightio, cool.
All right.
This location has been suspended due to quality issues.
Now, just so you know, I did this like several. Oh, that's really annoying. Can you want to come over here? Just hang on. Bill's leaving and coming over
No
here because
worries.
I like him.
Yeah, just you can. I can have you off. Then there you go.
That's all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
So I created this literally many weeks ago.
Yep.
I just went through the template of going next, filled out information, next, and then I got to the end, and it immediately went to a suspended status.
Okay.
There was never a time that it's not been in this status.
Yeah, so that suggests it was probably never from a secure perspective. I've had that happen, not just with Google. That can happen quickly, just because of it becomes a security issue rather than, although it's saying quality, it's probably because it was never there was an element of verification issue. But I reckon it's a security. So if you stay here, I can still see you guys. So you just stay.
Okay.
but yeah, so I can certainly see your screen. Just go. What I get you to do is, firstly, if you scroll down, I'm just looking at my Google business. I get an opportunity to actually go speak to support. So you have that. Have you tried contacting support?
Yeah,
down below?
I've sent them messages,
Okay.
and I've never heard back.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just
What I'll get you to do is, because I'm fairly sure that I've had it before. It's rare, but I'm sure there's a support function where you can almost either get on chat or on the phone. But what I might get you to do is, let's just work through how you've set it up in the first place. And one of the things I was saying to you before, because I kind of look after it a lot, I'm more likely to, and you may well, I don't know if you look after many other Google businesses.
This is the first time I've ever created something like this.
Yeah, so what often happens, because I look after a lot, and similar with Facebook, I'm more likely to have a voice because they're more likely to think my client's going to spend with them, right? So what I'll get you to do is add me on it. So if you go to users down below,
this is what I want.
Yeah, and then you go add users, and then what you can do straight away is maybe not just even add me, maybe add others. You should probably add, because I think the Gmail you sent me, I didn't, as I said, I'm not ever going to go in as somebody else. So, if you put that in and just choose for now, either one, that's me below. So you can click on those. Let's give me your primary owner, but just give me owner for now. That way, there's no arguing with them between argy-bargy around, what's your status? And I would similarly see at the moment, so if the way we normally work out, because often the issue becomes is people don't know how they're going in, right? So part of the quality issue is probably because what you've set it up with. So when you run your cursor over the top of the U, Sharon DeLeon, if you just run it over, there you go. So we know that you've set it up with your personal Sharon DeLeon at Gmail. What I would do is also add your and Bill's company emails, and add you both as owners as well.
Okay, I shall do that. Oh, actually, I wanted to do it here.
Because this becomes part of the thing, is that they can't see a direct correlation between you and the business, right? So add that one. And as I said, you can do both at the same time, to be honest. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Give owner. And then you go the invite. And now we all need to go to our inboxes and accept that email, accept that invitation, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, do you want to go to yours? I haven't got mine yet, but I did. Yeah, I did. I got mine. Accept invitation.
Now, got to make sure that it'll be interesting because of how you're logged in. So but just try and accept and see if it does do it the way that we want it to do it.
It just says I'm already a manager.
Yeah. So that's what I thought it would do, is because you're not signed in as that other account.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Bill.
Yeah, he's doing it right now. Oh, need to go back to users.
So you'll get a notification that Steve Hubbard, because what's happening, I'm assuming you
get... Under your laundry services?
Yeah.
You haven't got it? Because I got mine.
It says sign in, but then just doesn't...
Oh, so hang on. So when he clicked on his accept invitation, it came in with sign in.
Yeah, so
what does he need to do?
So essentially, he hasn't got a Gmail account then at the moment, right? So does it give you the without having his screen?
Yeah.
So you get that notification that I've accepted that, right? So let's go to your one. So you can show me what you got when you get that accepted, right? So
Okay, so I can see your owner now.
So see how on your one it's still saying you're invited, even though when
Yeah.
you said you accepted it. What I get you to
Well,
do.
no, I couldn't accept it because it said I'm already
You're
a manager.
already correct. That's right. But that's because have you got a forwarder? Is that what's happening? Is it get forwarded from your Gmail to this?
No, I just went straight here, so I can bring it. Can you see?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, bring that up.
Yeah. So I've gone into my Jim's Laundry Services email, and it hasn't been forwarded. I'm actually in that email, and there it is.
So what you might need to do is to accept that invitation as Sharon.DeLeon at Jimny, so Jim's Laundry Services, you might need to sign out of the other one, right? So effectively, so add another account. Let's create another account. That's possibly the best bet, right? So create account down below.
Oh, yeah.
To manage my business. Yep.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Yep.
And then I got a password. Oh God.
Yeah, so use the password that you've got already for the other one. So
I know. I can't remember what that was. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
So I find it.
But this one doesn't have to be the same. And
yeah,
see
I
how
prefer it to be.
Yeah, and often people don't have. You need a capital, you need a lowercase, and you need a character. So something above the letters and the numbers. And sometimes actually even a number.
Oh, then last time they didn't ask me for a character, so I'm going to try to do it without a character. Oh no, they do want a character, don't they? They do want a symbol. Now it's going to be that. So I got to write this. I got to write this down.
Yeah, a little trick. Well, what we use for a lot, but this is your personal one, just by the way. That's okay because, as you said, you've already shared it with me. But normally what I do, depending on if you're using a number, just use the symbol above a number that you kind of already use. So that way, anyway, so you're going to get you'll get a email now with that verification, and Bill, you'd be able to do exactly the same thing, right? So you could create that to manage your business.
Did you see where you had to select to manage your business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill.com@gmail.com.
No. Do the laundry services.
What?
Yeah. Do create it as Bill Collingwood and then choose laundry services. That's what we're at. So then where you can that? So you want to create an account to manage my business? No. When Bill's going to create an account to manage his business, it's forcing to put the Gmail. He changed it.
Create a new Gmail address instead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Create a new business account.
Okay. Yeah.
And because Bill wasn't on it before, Bill could have actually accepted the invite as well, right? So.
No, it made him because he wanted him to log in, so he had to create a.
Yep, you send that, you just get a quick as well.
And then just say, yes, I'm in.
Yeah, why not? Google. It's probably all
sorts so you'll go to your email.
There's probably all sorts of ways that Google can listen to you. And
they're already listening to me. They already listen to me all the time. Everybody's all freaking out about I'm like, man, if you're walking around with a smartphone, they already know everything.
All right. So this one I wouldn't do.
So now I have to go back and accept. That's what I need to do. And now I've got to come back here and accept.
Now what I do, exactly right. So now, you see that accept? No, before you hit accept on that.
Too late.
Yeah,
Hang
no,
on. No, it's all right.
Can I get you to go right click on the accept and copy the because I think as you said, does it ask you to? Is there a way of copying that link or no? Can I get you to go back to the just close that one? And go back to the business. Yep, there. I might get you to go, particularly now, Bill. Let's click on users again.
I think he's still working through it.
What I'm going to get you to do is take them off again. I'll get you to send them again, right? So just cross.
Okay.
Cross and
All
cross.
right. So Bill, don't click on that accept invite, okay? Because I'm going to send you a new one.
At this stage, it's probably not going to. You can. It's always better for him to click on the second one. Yeah. Right. So once he's created his, then I'd send it, right? So once he's happy, he's
now
got
I've created mine though. So.
Yeah. So just type in your email addresses again. Give yourself both owner.
Yeah. I need to. Oh, see, I can.
Yeah, go that one. Yep.
Oh. So have you created the account now?
Looks like he has now.
Okay, good. So I'm going to hit invite. No, don't do business profile. Done.
No, not at this stage. That's right.
Yeah,
So
don't do that.
all you'll need to do is now.
So now I've sent you. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
Yes, I'll get you to do it first, Sharon, and maybe Bill can just watch what you're going to do, right? So just go done there, and then go back to your email.
Yeah.
And get that second one that's inviting you this time. And this time,
the first invite that I sent you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm waiting.
So this time, once it comes in, you can bring up your inbox so we can all see that it's coming in. There you go. Just refresh it a few times. Usually it's pretty reasonable. Actual fact, it's asking you to verify your email address too. So that's something you might want to do.
I already did that.
Oh, you've already done that. That's all good.
Yeah, I already did that.
Cool. Oh, that's right. That was the other one.
Yeah. I just haven't got the
second one yet. Actually, you know what can happen? Sometimes you may get the second one, but it might sit underneath. You know what I mean? I don't know if it works the same.
No, because I've only got two from.
It should by rights come back into here.
Verify. Who would I verify?
You've probably already done it if they did. If it's asking. The first one came through super fast. No coming through.
What we can potentially do is use that. Go back to that first one. See, I wanted to see in here where it's got the this one's invited you to own. See that one there? Just right click on that accept invitation for me and just copy hyperlink, and then go back to the
Google.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I've got to go over to a different Google screen. Yep.
And then up the top, just paste it. You can probably paste it into a new tab and just paste it in there. Yep. And go accept. And then it should be happy days.
You're already a manager of this brand account.
Okay, it's already saying you're a manager.
But it's trying to accept it as Sharon.
Oh, yeah, so that's why. So, so click on that, click on the other one, and click on your new one. They're purple there. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right, so you got the invite? Okay.
I'll just confirm it, that's all.
All right.
So I just confirmed that one. So I haven't got the invite yet.
So if you haven't got the invite, you can still go. I'm going to help you do
Yep, no problems. Yep.
So if you go to the original one here and right click on the accept invitation, copy hyperlink, go to Google. Not that Safari. And then right. Growing assumptions. Okay. He needs a new invite because it's showing that we revoked it. So his invitation actually is saying that it was revoked.
So what Bill? Yeah. So maybe let's get
do
Bill.
it again.
Let's get Bill to. No, let's leave. Don't take him off
Okay.
again. Let's go the other way. Where with you, so we actually get him to actually say which business is his. So if let's get Bill just sharing your screen again, Bill.
So you need to come down. Oh, he left the he left the
Oh,
meeting.
true. Yeah, he's not on there. That's right. Okay.
So you might go back into the meeting.
Okay. I'm going to turn Sharon. Can you try turning your mic off, Sharon?
Yeah, I just did. Oh, no, I didn't. Hang on. I will.
Oh, yeah, okay. So if you go back to whereby, don't worry about going into your settings, just into whereby. I'll show you where if you like. It's just down the bottom of the screen. Although if you do it this way, it's probably going to stop that feedback. But it's just if you know how to turn it back again. So can you hear me, Sharon? If you go back to the top of your screen, top left, where whereby is, you know, where we were looking before, where you can see me, yeah. And so where's
This doesn't even look right because it showed me as an owner before.
Oh, you know, that's all fine. So just I was just thinking, if you go down to your bottom to your browser and just find us on whereby, and you can turn off. So you've turned off your mic now, so it seems like we've not getting Bill's not getting any feedback now anyway, right? So
Okay.
I'm going to stop your screen share, and I'm going to get you to share your screen, Bill. So down the bottom of the screen, you'll see there's the settings or the different things. So you've got share screen, and yeah, just click on that one, and you want to share your entire screen.
What? Oh, he just got the invite. Try clicking on that.
I just got the invite, so it's all good. There you go.
He's in now too. He's in now, Steve.
Sweet. Okay.
Do you want to go back to mine now?
Yeah, so just go back to yours, and I can hear you clearly, so that's all. That seems good. So yeah, if you actually just go done down below, and then you click on users. So on the screen you're in at the moment, if you go done on the right-hand corner there, yep, and then you click back on users. If Bill's accepted, you should be able to see Bill there as well. Yep. And so the good thing for you, Sharon, once it's up and running, it really doesn't matter what you're going in as. So it doesn't matter whether I would suggest that you should always probably go in. And our suggestion, a bit like I've got below, is that you'd actually put your Jim's Laundry face on in the Sharon De Leon one. And Bill, you'd probably do that the same. You'd have your profile that actually has your image, so you know that you're in the right account when you're actually when you're going in, right? And you can realistically, the other thing you can do is once we've got it up and running again, you can reassign primary ownership. It probably not too big a deal, but it probably, there's also an element to say that, well, maybe Sharon, the purple Sharon should, and the one of those ones should be the primary owner, not the orange Sharon. Yep. Yeah. So let's just go done there for now. Then I'm just going to look at, because it talks about quality, let's go just a couple of things in terms of the way you've set up a few things. So let's just go, so scroll down a little bit. It says 80% complete. So, I mean, that suggests that you've done most things right. So scroll down just a little bit. A little bit further. Is it on this one?
It doesn't go anywhere.
Actually, up the top where it's got add logo. Can I get you to, do you have the logo, a square version of the logo handy?
Yeah. Why can I don't know where I'm going though.
So see where it's got logo on the top left, just go choose photo.
Where does it say choose photo?
Just go got it first, get rid of that got it.
Oh, okay, that's why I was stuck there.
Yep.
Choose, there it is.
Now this photo, yeah, you can't put in that photo, I don't think. You could try, but it really needs to be a square image.
Let me see what I got. Where do I go?
Just go select from your computer.
Yeah.
Did you put one on a Facebook page or anything at this stage?
No, because that's why we're going to be talking to you.
Okay. Which logo is it that you want to use? Is it that blue logo?
Yeah.
So can I just get you on the email? Just send that to me quickly. Well, in actual fact, I think you could even probably do it in Whereby. And I could just make it into a square logo for you. That's all, so it'll fit properly on these things.
Okay. So do I need to? Okay.
So if you just go put Steve up the top in the search, and there we go. Click that one. And if you just send me that, I'll resize it for you.
Okay.
I'm no graphic designer, but
do I pick the EPS one?
No, pick a JPEG.
Okay. Even though it's a little small, or maybe that one.
Yeah, the same one that you've got on your your email settings and that sort of stuff as well. Yeah. Okay.
If Gary comes, you might have to do the Gary.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I can just do that real quick. I'm going to print that for you to make sure that there's stuff that gets talked about.
So I'm just thinking that if we do this and we put in the cover, then there can be and then we add make sure the description and other things are up to date. Then there can't be sort of any question around quality. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. And this is a cool thing for the cover. This image here, that's kind of square. Could we use that for the cover, which is different, slightly different from the logo?
I'm not good at multitasking, but I'll have a look in a second.
That's all right.
Give me 1 second and I'll have a look. Rightio, which is this one you sent me. What do they call it? Suboptimal tasking.
Yeah.
Rightio. Okay. Well, that's a very clear, good logo, to be honest, for me to be able to use. So don't worry, that's going to work well. I'm getting there. Won't be long.
No.
Looking forward to the weekend. Are you
Yeah, I'm a little bit anxious about this Sydney person that, that tested positive and is now in Sandringham and went on trains and went to work.
Oh,
I know.
You sort of you listen. I listen, and then I'm like, oh, do I really want to know?
This most recent lockdown, I actually think hurt Melburnians more than the ones previously.
I agree.
I think, especially from a morale standpoint alone, it really kicked. It's almost like we did everything you asked of us, and here we are here again.
Yeah, I am. Actually, Jim was pretty vocal around stuff like along those lines, wasn't he?
Yeah.
For me, it's the first time I felt a little bit sort of, as you said, just anxious and just a bit depressed by it all. To be honest.
It really kicked morale. It really did. And I'm also feeling like even though we've technically kind of opened back up, it's a sluggish.
Yeah, that's right. And it's almost, and as you said, it's a kind of, when's, are we going to see it happen again? And how long?
Nobody wants to do anything now. Nobody wants to plan anything now because you're going to get the rug pulled out again.
It's such a lottery, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'll just send this logo back to you by the same email.
Yeah.
That's probably the best bet. So that's done now. Yeah, I've got a little 5-year-old, so it's the first time we've been totally impacted as well. So almost even homeschooling took us a week to work out what the heck what are we going to do here.
The worst, and the worst.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if you replied to the laundry or Jim's, but cleaning, but that's all right. I can't remember how I sent it to you. I think I sent it to you via
your Sharon one. Yep. So square logo attached. I've got it now.
Yeah. Just wait. And I've just sent you the image that I thought might be cool to use for the cover. If you want to see if that's come through on your end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was my one. No, not a good image.
That won't work?
No.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
No, only because let me explain it to you. Anyway, let's get this little part sorted, and we'll talk about why that's not a great image. I actually think you've got some good images, but that's not what we do on social media. That's an image that you'd use on print and on banners and other things, but you'd never use it online and for social as such, right? It suggests you're trying to sell people. And we don't like to be sold. We don't like to be sold in our newsfeed.
Okay.
It's a very brand thing to do.
Okay. That's why we're talking to you. I still haven't got your email.
Okay. Hope it should be too far off. It's actually not a very big file, so you should.
No.
Yeah, normally we use a little thing called Basecamp in terms of saying that we just share it back and forth, but at the moment, that's all right. Emails suffice. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, so just save that one to your desktop or wherever you've got your logos.
I'm not going to know what that means. So I'm going to have to make it really clear. Yep. Otherwise, I won't know what that means.
Or you could call it social. Yep. Basically, for anything that you need a square logo, which is all of the social media, it'll just place it straight in. You still can size it in here. So there we go. It's the first one there. Yep, that's it. And you'll be able to just sort of edit it a little bit if you like, just bring it out so that you can actually make sure everything's in there and give yourself a little bit of white spaces on the ends as well. So if you can, you should be able to, there you go, a little bit more. I've cut it in such a way that you can. And underneath it, call it Jim's Laundry Services logo.
Oh.
It's something that, again, you kind of is a bit searchable potentially. Yeah, and then set logo down the bottom left, yeah. And that one there that you've had up for 16 weeks
Yeah.
is a much better
Okay.
cover image.
Okay.
Or
So I just,
either that, both of those ones, the fella with his laptop could easily be me with hair, but the fella
Yeah.
or the lady in front of the yeah, I like that one. That's very good because let's
Okay.
face it.
So I need to go find that then.
Yeah, yeah. Clearly, this has been live at some point because, well, actually, in fact, unless you're the only one that's counting in who's seen it, right?
Yeah, me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So where is she? Oh, there she is. I told you I did this weeks ago, 16 weeks ago.
Yeah,
It hasn't
yeah.
been live.
Wow.
I know.
16 weeks. You must have been doing that. What's that? Is that before or around Christmas?
Yeah.
Four
No, it was
months, isn't
after.
it?
I
Oh,
think
4
it was,
months. No, it's
yeah.
after Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
probably
was
January,
after.
February time.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be doing stuff like this often.
And as I said, I just could not, and then I don't know, and it was always suspended. I don't know why. All right.
Okay.
That's done.
So that's our, let's go now into info underneath home. Okay. So for a start, also what I'll get you to do is right click on that learn more for us. On the top on the right hand side where it says suspended. I want to sort of get
Okay.
on the right hand side where it says learn more. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's just go copy link address. Oh yeah, open in a new tab's fine as
Oh,
well.
you happy to open in a new
Yeah,
tab?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably good as well. So I want to read what it's actually saying here, right? But also, here we go. Fix suspended business phone. Yeah. Okay. So what I'll get you to do, just copy that link for me.
Yeah.
Up the top, and just paste it back into our chat. So if you go down below,
Okay.
oh, you can keep it in this message thread. I guess the way that we're doing it at the moment, why not do that? Yeah, put it in the message thread. Let's just go back to that. The last time you sent me the cover, just use the same email and just reply
okay.
to,
Just
rather than have lots of different emails. Being in social media, I like it all kept under one thread. Trying to find emails from people has in the past been a bane of my existence. Yeah. So there you go. So that's that one. So we know at least basically that's telling us how we can fix it, and I'm on it, right? So there's a potential that I can have a crack from my end.
Yeah.
Let's go then back to info, which is whichever one that is. Is that the one? Yeah, on the left. Click on that one. Is that the right one? Yeah, there. Yep, that's it. Let's just scroll down here. That 131546 number.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder whether they're smart enough to know that that's because Google clearly global, and whether 131546 is going to get you to that number. Have you got a fixed landline where you are?
No.
No.
And also we're not allowed to. It's Jim's nationwide with all of the divisions has to be 131546.
That number. Okay. I wonder though whether it needs at least the international thing on or anything. Anyway, the other thing is actually, is that right? HTTP? Just is it not TTPS? Because that's otherwise it's not optimized for just go to your website rather than change it in there first. Just go and make sure. It may be HTTP, but that's usually old. If it's before people have optimized website. So just copy that up the top.
It is. Yeah. Nice catch.
Yeah. I don't do web and I don't do graphic design, but I know a little bit about them both.
So it didn't even have the WW. I just copied what was up there.
Yeah, good.
And then I pasted it, so it's just like that.
I have a feeling that's possibly what's
that might have been it.
The issue, right? That is potentially what it is, right? So let's just scroll down. What else we got? It doesn't need the WW as such. See how it is, what you've copied and pasted. Yeah, as you said, it just comes in. Jim's Laundry, that's all looks fine. Add an opening date. That's, well, you've opened, right? So, okay. Click on Insights, because clearly they're not going to be any insights because it's not been visible. Okay. This feature is not available yet. Okay, well, that's what we'd expect. All right, let's go. Let's go back to fix this suspended profile on the tab to the right, I think it is, yeah? Okay, give feedback about this article. Okay, what is this saying? So is the article telling us anything?
No, it does us nothing. There is an option
Yeah,
here.
okay, there you go. Let's go contact us. Let's go through the contact us process, right? So click on that. Get started. Okay. Jim's laundry service, yep. What do you need help with? You basically say account, suspended account, yep.
Okay.
Account has been suspended. However, it was never activated. Yeah, never activated. Yeah. So this is probably just the heading, right? So maybe the heading is just account has been suspended. Get rid of the rest of it, and I think the next part will actually. So keep.
I'll just say suspended account.
Yeah, suspended account. Yeah. Next step. Okay. Yeah. Go based on the issue. We recommend you find. Yeah, it's just Well, we know that. Yep. So click on that. It's okay. And then my business account is suspended. Please restore and update. Yep. Click on that one. What's that say? The heck?
Yeah.
Scroll down. So this might be a community type recommended answer. What's this here? Here we go. Review the Google might be restricted guidelines. Review your listing for compliance with it. Once you have done that, request for their reinstatement. Click on that. Google My Business reinstatement request. Yep. Just go yes. Have you? No, you haven't.
I'm pretty sure I did 16 weeks ago.
Well, just go no for now, because effectively the other thing is have you already? No.
Are you an official representative?
Yes. Have you read? Yes. Is your organisation located at the address? Yes. Have you entered an accurate street address? Yes. Does your business operate in a service area? In other words, I would say yes with that as well. And yeah. Do you have multiple profiles? No. Okay. What is your name? That's easy.
And I should change the email here.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's funny. It still got me logged in here as my Gmail, huh? I should be logged in as.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would, in fact, what I would do. So copy that link again up the top.
Yeah. Well, it was weird while we're here.
It always does that, right? So it'll take you back to that one. I want you to copy that, even though it shouldn't matter. But yeah, sign into the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so now I'm logged in here. I have your blah blah.
So now you can honestly say you haven't done it with this one, because this is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 No. Okay. All right. Here we go. That's better.
Just back off that S. Whenever there's predictive stuff, always try and take it so it's no longer predicting, because otherwise it will fill things in at other areas. Yeah, so just.
Okay, I understand. All right, okay.
So back off the 4 and then just put the 4 in it. So what you can do is you can click on it.
So it's wrong address anyway, because it's got the state wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Pascal Vic 3044. And then I'm going over here, Control C.
Yeah, this is actually where it potentially broke down before, because I reckon without the S, it may not. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can put my mobile number.
Please provide a number we can call you. Yes. Yeah. You probably don't need the 0 in front of it. Probably doesn't matter either, but.
Can I just leave it?
Yeah, leave it going. Okay. So basically what you would say is additional information. Account was created 16 weeks ago. And although you requested a postcard, right, to verify?
I believe so.
And well, okay, maybe then the story is a bit the same way as you explained to Wes and myself. Is you created this 16 weeks ago.
It immediately was put into a suspense.
However, it immediately, immediately was showing as suspended.
Due to quality?
No, I wouldn't even say that, because then it might just, let's just say it was immediately showing as suspended. We've revisited, all information and photos.
For accuracy?
Yeah, for accuracy. Including adding business email addresses.
And fixing website URL?
You could say that, and fixing website URL. What you could say there, which was missing an S, which was missing the S after HTTP. Yep. What you could then do you have a screenshot of the where it says suspended?
Oh, well, it's the one I sent to you guys in the email.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just find that and then just add it. So if you've got that saved somewhere.
Yeah, I will save it off. So hang on.
Oh yeah.
Downloads. Done?
Yep. And I think you would just go submit now.
So I don't know. See? Look.
Is that saying please? Is you sure that is there a gap between the HTTPS and the
No, like I copied it straight from here, from where's created this.
Just put in www dot in front of instead up the top. Just what happens if you just do where instead of having any HTTPS? Where are we? So just do www. But get rid of the HTTPS as well in front. So just copy www.
Do you want me to make sure it goes there? Okay.
But just what you just.
Okay. So if I'm back here, hang on. No, I don't know where my. Oh, here we go. So I'm just going to go here and go www dot.
What is the?
And then remove the dash.
And remove the dash, yeah. I think what it's possibly doing is putting it. You can then just go click it. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to hit submit. No.
Get rid of the www dot.
Interesting.
The other thing is it possibly thinks that the URL was the old HTTP address, right? So in terms of HTTP, this should not be, please try reformatting, right? So it keeps saying, So let's do it. Go back to what the actual website is. Just refresh the page. Hit home up the top on the top right. You've got
You want
it
me to
there.
get out of this?
No. Stay here. No, keep on
No.
this. So yeah, we're going to go back to the tab on the right hand side, far right.
Jim's Laundry,
Yeah.
yeah.
And just hit home.
Yeah.
And then copy that URL again.
So now it's got nothing up there.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, but what it does, it'll still copy the HTTPS part. Yeah.
And then I've got to go, golly, I've got too many files. And then I'm just going to go.
Okay. Yeah, because that's right. That should be right. So what's this underneath? Find the URL. Find the URL by navigating to Google. We already did that. Yeah. So what you could do, right click.
Oh, it wants this URL. It wants my Google My Business, not my web.
Now we got it. Okay, yeah, my business account. Sorry, yeah, go back there.
So I've got to go here. My business account. I need to first of all, I'll do it as Sharon.
So you're in a new one. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, go for
Yeah. And then I'm going to go up to.
Scroll up. Actually, just click on the 9 dots. So the 9 dots next to your purple S on the right hand side, and just click on My Business there. Yeah.
Okay, that's what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. And then you're just basically close that. Yeah.
How do I close it?
Oh, you just go get started. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now you can copy the whole lot up the top in the URL. Yeah. You just don't need everything. You don't need any of that gobbledygook sort of after the number. Yeah. So.
Okay. So all right. So they want us to click on home and to go to the EN. Okay.
Get rid of. So back. Yeah, and then just get rid of everything where it says question mark.
See, why do they have? They don't have any of this dashboard and all the rest of it. They've just got business Google.
Yeah. So all it's going to need.
They want us to click on info.
Oh no, so you kind of can't have it. So you still need that number. The number's important. That's your identification. So go back instead of. So you can just repaste the whole lot in again. So where you were. So go back to the far right.
But don't.
So in actual fact, let's do it here so you get it right. Okay. So just go back to that one where you've actually got the business account.
Yep. Got it. Yep.
Up the top. Yeah. So just put your cursor up in the URL and see is that a question mark after the 2?
Yep.
Get rid of the question mark and everything behind it. Yep. Get rid of that. Yep. Now copy all of that, and that's your business address, just so you know, right?
Okay. So even though, just to clarify, even though here it's showing us to go to info, they don't want us to go to info. They want us to go to the home.
Oh, okay. No, well, let's try that then. Let's see if we get slightly different. It might just have an info at the end. Sorry. Good point. Yep. Click on info. Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Oh, it is just the same. I think it's the same, but copy that one.
Copy that one. All right. So I'm going to go here. All right.
Okay. Now you're on your way.
Now I'm going to hit save. Submit. Oh. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay. Let's just see what this says. Your reinstatement request received. Please note you will not receive an email confirmation.
Yeah.
Our team will contact you as soon as possible.
And just so you know, I did do this weeks ago, and nobody ever contacted me ever.
Yeah, there's a chance that what we put in the question is So effectively now we know what we've done. We're all behind it, as I said. So the opportunity now is to follow up realistically. If they don't, and as I said, if you don't get a response, and in my experience, they're actually they can sometimes be surprisingly quick. I've had them ring me in an hour or two, right?
Okay.
So I think this time. We know everything is in how it should be in.
Right.
We've sent everything off. We've basically just for your realistically, for now, realistically, I would say if you've not received a response by probably end of day Monday,
Okay.
I reckon then, because remember they're based, depending on where they are, they're probably the States, potentially Europe, but realistically their working day goes a lot longer than our working day.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting. It said, so I think you'll get, it'll basically, and the other thing is just to check back, right? So
That's right.
it says
Yeah, yeah.
it said you won't get an email. So my sense is that they'll probably call you. So the thing then becomes you probably just need to be picking up what we don't normally do, you know, where we don't, if it doesn't say Google, and that could happen, right? You possibly will look at your phone and it'll say Google, right?
Yeah.
Google is calling me. And sometimes it could even be a recorded message. It might be
Right.
that they just ring you and say your account has now been reinstated or something along those lines.
Right.
Or potentially go to your account, the verification is such, or whatever the case might be. Because the reality here is we can't even verify this account until it's not suspended. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because when you asked me if I'd verified it, it does say here, look, verify now.
Yeah, that's right. So you
Can you
can't
even click
verify
on
it now because what it's telling you is that's not available to your listing because it's a suspended listing. So there's no.
Okay.
So basically,
So when
once
I
it's
tried
not
to click on
suspended,
that, nothing would happen?
something will happen. It'll tell you can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, basically, once it's not suspended, then you still probably. It'll be interesting because we had to go through this process. On the positive side, you may actually be able to verify by phone.
Okay.
rather than
Without postcard.
verify by postcard. That could be an unintended advantage, is that it might actually verify quicker, or at least you'll have the capacity, because they say 6 days to take to verify, but generally speaking, it takes a lot longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll follow up and I will log in, do all of that. Thank you, first of all. There is no way in a million years that I could have
even longer
problem solved and troubleshooted to even get to this chair. And that's why I said in my message, I don't know if you hear the frustration. I just want it set up and I don't understand why it's not. So
well, if you've got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I really want to talk to you about this stuff.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you've got that there. So that's what I was going to say. Is what I'll show you is first. I just wanted to show you and explain to you the model, right? So if you like, we'll stop sharing screen. I reckon we're good. We're going to be good to go here. I'm pretty confident it's all going to be. I've seen a few issues, and so I reckon this issue will be resolved pretty quickly. So I think we'll be okay. I'm going to share from my end, right? So just
it's funny that I'm not using this. That's using this.
Yeah.
Did you?
I don't know.
That was on the camera. That's now in Logitech.
Okay.
Right. So, so on the one hand, all the things that you're saying around, it was doing your head in, but it seems to me you are actually very practical and you're actually quite knowledgeable, which is actually useful. So this is just on page 3 of that brochure you just held up, right? So, essentially, just to understand. Actually, there you go. Just to understand what we're talking about here, right? So this is just one element. You can see that, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
So social media, Jim's is the king of integrated marketing communication. In fact, he's built his business largely around having that phone number, as you said, in terms of that was the main marketing communication tool virtually as much as anything else, and all the other strategies that Jim uses for his franchises, right? What businesses typically call business, marketers call marketing. So ultimately, you've got a good business, right? From a social media perspective, it's just important that you guys, how long have you been doing I know Jim's laundry is new, but the cleaning side of things, you've been involved for a while, right?
Yeah, Bill's been in cleaning for like 18 years.
Yeah.
Laundry is new as of this year.
It'll be new, right? So, and is Jim sort of how's it working between? Is Jim is he supporting that? Is it a kind of a co-venture sort of thing, or how does it work?
No, but do you want me to?
We buy, or I buy the national rights.
Yep.
For it Australia-wide.
Cool. Yep.
But we're actually really only concentrating on Victoria because we're here and we can have face-to-face meetings with people.
Yep.
And then what we do is we look for regional franchisors which I'm a regional franchisor for cleaning. So I look after half of Melbourne and Adelaide. So there's someone above me called the divisional.
Yep.
But we are now the divisional of laundry. We're starting off in Melbourne. So we'd like to get numbers in Melbourne going first, which will then prompt people in other states to call us and say, look, I would like to buy Adelaide or Sydney or whatever.
Cool. Yep.
And then give them rights to that. So we'll be looking from the next level down, helping our franchisors who then help the franchisees.
Yeah. So effectively,
as far as what National will do, National obviously will have us listed on their main website.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we have on their main social media, they will give us shout outs if we have content or if we have something going on. But they're not creating really. Joel, if we have an idea or something going on, Joel will come out and do something for us. But it's really up to Bill and therefore me to be responsible for doing all of this.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do it. We have to do it.
Yeah. So whenever I look at this, I kind of put myself as if I'm sitting in the office there, right? I'm the marketing person or the social media marketing person for the business. What would I do if this was my business, right? So that's how I tend to think of it. So essentially what you've got is effectively the laundry brand that you're establishing. And you're kind of going to have two target audiences. You're going to have the target audiences for the people that want to actually get their laundry done, and you're going to have the franchise partner target audience that you want to get the franchise become franchisees. Yeah.
Agreed.
Right. So you got two messages that then need to go out. Right. Effectively, so social media sits within your sales effort. You know your customer. You got two customers, right? That's what we just said. You've got your primary customer in the first instance, I would imagine, is to and certainly I would hope, maybe not rightly or wrongly, but is the laundry customer. It's the person that wants to get their laundry done. The secondary customer, if you do a good job of that, should actually take care of itself, because then the secondary customer becomes, as I said, the franchise partner. You've got to be a good offer. Well, it's a Jim's business. People know it's good value. So you know your offer is going to be comparative with anybody else doing laundry services, and people are going to trust the brand because of that, right?
Yeah.
That's my sense. And it sort of fits within the brand. I can get why you'd be encouraged to do it. What makes you unique? Well, partially the same reason. Bill's been doing this from the cleaning side for 18 years. You've seen the success that can happen. You know the processes and things you've used. You're just applying it to another what do they call it, silo or whatever. Yep. Yeah. So you might have heard the term content marketing. That just means the words you use, the images you use. That's what I was saying to you before. On social media, it's all about newsfeed and getting into people's newsfeed. We want to see real imagery. We don't want to see this stuff. Even my infographic, right, is a bad image for social media, right?
Right.
It's okay on that printed brochure I sent to you because it's explaining something, right? So anywhere that we can sit in, because effectively we're disruptive marketing. We're essentially putting into someone's feed, whether they follow us or we're advertising to them. We're in somebody's feed and they're wanting to see what Sharon movie she went and watched, or what kids sport there is, or what Bill's doing, so you get it, right? It's about personal connection, all that sort of stuff. So we want to get into feed, content marketing, real imagery, and the words we use. Clearly, we want people that are involved in their business to be the best possible representatives of those business. That's where LinkedIn comes in, right? Franchisor, franchisee. So make sure your personal brand is the best you can be for the businesses you run. And that can be businesses, multiple, right? But other than that, often people my age and a bit younger and a bit older get confused. We're all talking about business marketing here, right? It's about getting your marketing message for the business, and you can help that by having a really good profile that represents you well as a business owner, right? So that's the LinkedIn. We want to know what your rivals are doing, and we want to do it better than any of your rivals. That's not very hard in social media world, because most rivals in any industry are pretty crap. And it doesn't matter whether they're big like a Jim's brand or whether they're little like Jim franchisee. They're usually pretty, as you said before, they're having a crack, and generally having a crack doesn't it can actually do damage realistically, right? So your prospects, your customers, particularly in an industry like yours, you're targeting a geographic, mums, dads, whatever it is, that you're actually targeting. But ultimately, what you just said before is what I was saying to you at the start, is Jim's brand doesn't use the strategy we use, right? So effectively, we're posting every day or every second day using content from the website to repurpose it down to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Google My Business. So we're doing an update every day, right? And a post every day. And we're just using imagery that's readily available and content that's readily available from the website. So I've done it for Mortgage Choice and a whole range of franchise type businesses. Some are really good, some are not so good. And gyms, I would put gyms and generally for me, it comes down to how good's the microsite, right? Or how good's the landing pages for the actual franchise partner. Yeah. So, and then you can, and the way that you can actually make sure that it's not going to, by advertising you in Pascoe Vale, if that's the Pascoe Vale franchise partner, that it's not going to bleed out to somebody else. Having said that, in our experience, as soon as we do one local, because remember, we try and win from the bottom up, right? So that as soon as we do the local franchisee, other franchisees are more likely to look at what the heck are they doing. So in your case, the best thing is to set up the laundry business exactly how the laundry business is set up as the brand, so that then you know exactly how your franchise partners should be set up.
Yeah.
Right.
So just to mention at that point in time, because we're the division heads of the laundry services, we're brand new, we're starting out. We're not at a stage where we're going to be having, in the future, yes, but not at the stage where we're going to be having the independent franchises having their own Facebook or social media. And we need to be able to control it at the moment.
Yep.
And we're not ready to roll that out. Not to mention we're still we're babies now.
And that's, I hear. And so that's all I'm saying. When you are ready, you will know exactly how the business brand has been set up. So in your case, as you said, you're a baby within a much bigger business, right? So effectively, the opportunity for me, I'm not going to kid you, the opportunity to me is set you up right. So that Jim and Joel go, oh, shit, this is how it should be done, right? So I can tell you there's things that they do that they're doing. It's fine, but it's way too much. Anyway, it's way too corporate, right? And it doesn't resonate. The best example I can give to you, I did a case study at one stage for the Bank of Melbourne. We hate banks, right? It doesn't matter whether you bank with Bank of Melbourne or not. If you see Bank of Melbourne in your news feed, you think, get out of my newsfeed, you dirty bank, right?
Right.
However, if you see Maz from Port Melbourne, Bank of Melbourne, who supports the local school, footy club, arts, and the Port Melbourne branch of the Bank of Melbourne is posting into the newsfeed, we go, oh, shit, I know Maz, I know Sharon, I know Bill. They support us. They're part of us. They're part of our community. You know what I mean? Right. So the reality is we don't like corporate brands. So that's where Jim's falls into a little bit, right? We know Jim. So, and that's not to say there's not some good things, because Jim's isn't like a bank. That's the advantage, right? So Jim is one of us to a degree, because he's for the little guy in the house and that sort of stuff. Anyway, bottom line is less than 50% of small businesses have any social media presence. That means they've got a poorly done Facebook page usually, right? And so even the fact that you're talking about doing a Google My Business, I reckon less than 40% would even have a Google My Business profile. And often that's because the Google van went past their shop, right, years ago. And they don't even own it, right? So it's just that Google's identified it, right? Yeah. So of those 50% that have a Facebook page, less than 30% have ever advertised. And Facebook page doesn't replace your website. Basically, it's a very poor landing page if that's all you're doing. And in fact, even the Google My Business is only a landing page if you're not doing any activity, right? So ultimately, the advertising part is the way that we get new people to know of you. The daily part is to get those people that do know of you or know or want to refer you, however it might well be. The repetition is to get the people coming back and back and back and back and back. So the reason I do daily posts is to basically get the people that already know you keep coming back, retention marketing. The reason we do advertising posts is because we want to get to new people that have no clue that you exist at the moment.
Right.
Yeah. And so ultimately, like any good, you guys have done this, right? You've been part of gyms. You would know this. Jim would have something similar, right? What are we going to spend? So our setup and planning, is a fixed fee. In fact, I'm still stuck on my 2020, which runs out at the end of this month. I'm happy to quote you on this month, but realistically, we have a setup and planning, and we waive half of that back, right? So if people progress, because we get a lot of people asking us around, what are you, Plenty of tire kickers, I guess, is probably the nicest way, although it's not that nice. But then there's the setup and planning day, which is roughly $1,000. It's a 5-hour day. To a degree, Google My Business is often part of that.
Okay.
Right? So clearly we'll have a Google My Business for you, right? So that's part of the setup. Usually it takes about 3 hours to set up and revise all your social media and have them fully complete, a little bit, as I said, like we did with your Google My Business, right? With all the links that can go back onto the website, some plugins that we suggest people put on the website, which is the newsfeed, and a pixel. There's a bit of a pixel code that we get people to put back on the website as well.
Okay. And so we can work with Wes to get that done.
Oh, yeah. Sure. So, yeah, Wes, well, in fact, Wes is, I reckon about 30% of businesses that I've put on all the social medias. If they don't have a web developer, then Wes often puts all those on, and he's a wizard. He can do that very quickly. So I have a very good, So it's as you said, somebody like Wes is a resource for you guys. Yeah, definitely. And then, so ultimately here it's just about budgeting, right? So there's the once-off setup is what I'm saying. There's a choice around management, whether you're posting daily, every second day.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the last page of your brochure.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to decipher it.
It's just a difference in posts.
Yeah, well,
there's two main differences: posts and reporting. Right. So if
you put that up on the shared screen?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I'm still seeing your main page. Okay. Yeah.
I can put that up on my. I can put the brochure up.
Just scroll to last page.
In fact, rather than the brochure, it's actually the website. Just so you know.
Okay.
So if I go to website.
So let me also ask you a question. If we do go through the whole setup and all the rest of it and get that all set up, the owner of the Facebook page is still us, correct?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It's a bit like what we just did today. In fact, normally in most issues, unless there is an issue, you don't want to steer clear. That's what I was saying to you with the Google My Business. I would never go in there, as I said, because I just, but it is that thing. So basically on here, it's the management part. And just to detail the difference, we actually have added a plan. It's fair to say that one of the people that I work with, one of my higher end clients, said to me, Steve, you're giving me bronze medal. You should be giving me gold medal. So the reality is my perhaps arguably my competitive advantage is also my pain point to a degree, right? So we work primarily with sole trader to micro businesses, right? So effectively, small business is a post a day. The middle post is not actually about you. The middle post, we actually go in on a Wednesday and we engage with others that are strategic to you. We might share something from parent brands, or we might share something locally that's relevant from the industry, for instance. We start off at every So this one is 2 posts a week where we do no engagement. That's probably one point now, which is slightly different. This extra small is every second day, and we still do engagement. This is every day with an engagement day, and this is twice a day, right, with an engagement day. The rest is pretty similar other than the reporting, right? So when we're reporting, the small business, we're reporting on a monthly basis. The extra small, we're reporting on every second month. The extra small, we're reporting every 4 months, right? Quarterly, in other words, right? Or monthly. So
you guys create all the content?
Correct. So we just grab that website that you had up before. I just take it. It looks like you've made a good start to imagery, but that would be the only sticking point. We just sort of have to say, well, okay, we're running out a bit of imagery. Have you got some more imagery? And I'm assuming as you go along.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm assuming as you go to at the moment, you're starting with a bit of stock stuff, Shutterstock stuff, but also you'll start to get your own imagery, right? And so certainly I'd encourage gallery of any places, new place, all that sort of stuff. So certainly that's where you'd move to. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. I've made the mistake before of saying we don't do content, but the reality is we do the social media content because we don't just post for posting's sake, right? We post with the intent of educating, with the intent of getting them to call you, to visit you, or to go to the website. In fact, that's how we measure. That's why we put the pixel on the website, is because I'm forever getting people saying, well, how are you going to guarantee me these leads? That's not the language I use, right? Yeah. Social media has longer tail relationship.
Yeah.
And the ads give you some short tail wins.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's not a
So yes,
correlation
we
thing.
expect to get people to your website. Can we guarantee they're going to buy off the website? No, because we don't control your website.
It's trying to get out there.
Yep, fair enough.
Cool.
Um,
So I'll stop sharing that now. But yeah, effectively that's what we do. The first step for us, as I said, is just to do an audit and consult. You actually already do have you have the business name. That would be a relatively easy. Whilst you might not have set up other social media accounts, or you may have, given your talents. I can have a look at those and basically say, well, okay, they're all right.
We haven't, in all honesty, other than just starting the GMB, we have identified that we need to do the Facebook and Instagram and the whole bit, but we have not established anything as yet.
And it's actually better. You can see even with Google My Business today, it's actually better when
messy.
We're starting from scratch. It's a bit like if I was going to, in fact, I'm pretty sure I got a Jim's antenna man in to come and do my TV antenna. I could probably have had a crack at that myself, but A, it would have been risky. And B, there's every chance that I might have stuffed it up, So often it's easier creating them from scratch.
So you're saying that to do the whole, to do the initial kind of setup consultation, you said approximately about 5 hours. Would that just be, well, hopefully Google My Business will be resolved by then. Yeah. But if is that Facebook as well as Insta?
Everything, yeah. So it's basically those 6 channels, and those 6.
Twitter,
so basically, you do your Facebook and Instagram. You create the LinkedIn company, which is really applicable to you guys because you are a franchisor.
So Bill does have his own LinkedIn, but it's in desperate need of work.
No, that's right. I reckon Bill's. I reckon we could get Bill looking really, really. He'll look better than me ultimately, or maybe close to. Realistically, and it really wouldn't matter. You'll still find even with yours, Sharon, depending on where yours is at as well. There's always things that people don't know because there's not just the bringing it up to this is your online business card. That's the first thing, right? To understand. The second thing is how do you then use it, right? So whilst we don't do people's personal marketing or communications, what we do in that planning session is have you understand how you can use that really as an extension of your business. I kind of feel pretty confident if I was a salesperson, no matter what business I was in, I could at least get the meetings and inquiries simply using my LinkedIn profile. Right, and that's not using Sales Navigator or anything like that. It's just basically using it in a common sense approach, right? Who do I know in business that I should be connected to? Who's worked with me before? Who would I like to work with, right? That's basically the model we use. And we don't just do that for your personal. We do then look at that. How do you connect your business brand with other businesses that are strategic that are going to be able to assist you as well, right? So, yeah. But as you said, there's the one-off audit and consult, which is the first thing, just to see where we're at. We actually go through a session when I give you a proposal. We actually talk that through, and then we do and then we set aside a date and a time if we're going to progress it.
So you said okay. So that the 5 hour setup and all the rest of it, you said it's about $1,000. Did you say?
Just over.
Yeah, and then once that's. And then we would expect at the end of that 5 hours that everything's set up and then you can ready to go into monthly management or
Correct. No? Yeah. Yesterday I set up Buyers Advocate Australia. So, and today I posted.
Okay.
So effectively we create the scheduler as well. We use a scheduler called Publer, which is probably on the back of that thing you've got there. And that Publer scheduler means that we basically can start scheduling posts from the day after we've set up pretty much.
Okay.
And done the plan.
And if we had something coming up that if we thought we had a good content idea or we thought that we've got an offer or something's going on, would we share that with you and just say, hey, look, this is what we've got going on, or would we post it ourselves? Or
no, you'll tell me and I'll always say to you, okay, thanks Sharon and Bill, where can I find that on the website?
Okay.
Because the mistake people make is they share it to social media, but then 24 or 36 hours it's gone later. It's disappeared, right? So whatever the content, we always tell you, put it on a blog or on the website in some way, newsfeed or gallery, whatever it is. You basically, if you've got an offer, you basically make sure it's on the website, because then you get the benefit of search and social, right? So I could just pick up on it and share it, right? So
that's why that you engaging Wes for the monthly thing. That will come in handy. Yeah, because we're engaging Wes for the same type of thing as a monthly kind of maintenance. So we would then be able to have him do
blogs,
those
I think, as well, right? So he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. Yeah, all good. So it's just a matter. Let's see if we get this resolved, and it's just a matter of you saying, Steve, yeah, we'd like to do an audit, and we'll have a consult once we've got the proposal, and then we'll go through it once you've got the details. And trying to explain it to you in 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
once
know.
you've actually
So,
got,
so
once you've
I
got
need to
that,
back
so
up one step. So if I said, hey, we will want to organise the audit,
yeah,
is that before the setup?
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
realistically, if you do that, I'll just include it into your instead of
setup.
today, I'll just basically we just do so the audit and consult will cost you. I think I've probably sent you the new brochure because so I can tell you off the top of my head that the audit and consult, because we've done today, would do as $374.
Okay.
So, but you've paid that then basically. If you want me to get on and do an audit and consult for you, I'll do that. Maybe
Let's do it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get it going.
Let's do it.
And then we'd have the proposal. You'll have everything there, what we're going to do. It's virtually just a personalised version of that brochure that you've got,
Okay.
but it sort of explains the processes that we go through. That's all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
No
Yeah.
worries.
Let's move forward.
I think
Steve.
we'll move forward as quick as we can.
Yeah, I'm excited. No, it's a good opportunity for me, and I think I can really help you, and I think it'll be, and it's great. Me and Wes love it when we've kind of got crossover because it gives me a lot of confidence too, So
yeah,
and
we've been very happy with Wes for what he's been able to help us in short notice as well. A lot of the time, so
no, he's a good man. He's very cluey. I'd like to think that similarly, we're very similar in terms of he has his spot and I do mine, and he's got the benefit of really in his business now he moves into that sort of keywords and other things as well. So you kind of then know you're pretty covered on the web and the searching. And then, which is why your Google My Business becomes quite important. But then from the social, I know that I can get you the absolute optimal, which will make you a bit of a showcase for the gym brand, just so you know. I'm pretty confident around that attitude. So, yeah, that helps me. And I can probably have a word to Joel around that. Hey, come on. These guys are starting out. What are you doing here? Look after them a bit.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay, so we'll leave it with you, Steve. And what
I'll come back to you basically, and that just means we need to continue the discussion anyway to make sure that Google My Business is back and happening. So
you don't need us for this
audit.
At
this stage, no. So at this stage, I've got all I need, and basically I'll prepare something. I'll get that to you by early next week, and that'll be a good time to touch base anyway because we want to make sure that that's back and live again.
Okay, excellent.
Cool.
All right, excellent. Thank you
very much.
Very much.
Yeah, no, we're getting there, and thank you.